Price, while important, is not as important as accessing the vaccines. Looking at one of the sites, one of the 74 sites throughout the country that have been selected and are being prepared or have been prepared to receive vaccines and to administer vaccines to the targeted population. In the first instance, of course, frontline workers, doctors, nurses, and then we move on from there. As you know, we've had some encouraging news about the imminent arrival of some vaccines next week. So we are ensuring that the team who are here, the leaders who are here, are adequately prepared and ready to administer. This location is perfectly suited. I'm told it would be for doctors. I'm going to allow you to do the talking, but so I've just come to look at it and did a little mock-up trial run, if you will, to go through the process. It's an easy process, properly laid out, well-informed staff, and clearly an indication that we're prepared to take to administer. And that is also something that we have to reassure the country on.
In terms of the process flow, we would have gone through it. So as the person enters, they will be sanitized, their temperatures will be checked, and we'll also verify that it is that they have an appointment for that date. Once they come in, they will be ushered into this area, where right behind me, where it's the information area, where persons will be giving a general health education talk, advising them about the vaccine, what it is that's going to be happening when they come here, and also of any possible side effects. After that, they will be directed to the registration desk, where they will register. We'll take their information, and then after that, they will be directed to wait, where they will be vaccinated thereafter. Once they're finished, they will be taken to the observation area, where they will wait for about 15 to 20 minutes. We'll enter their information in our tracking registers so that we have a record of who was immunized on the day. And then after that, they will be given their appointments. And after that, they will be free to leave the facility.
The policy is that we will work with a vaccine that has European standard approval, FDA, US standard approval, WHO approval. So any announcement around those approval processes would have meant that they would have gone through the clinical trials, the data would have been examined, and so they will be comfortable. So the answer to that question is yes. Whichever vaccine passes through that process, then the team will look at that, and we will put whatever infrastructure is in place to receive those vaccines. As you know, vaccines are short now, and there's a lot of, should I say, future purchasing, and blocks of vaccines to be produced are being locked up by others. Wealthier countries that have the influence and the might and so on. So we are anxious in keeping with the 2 million people target that we have set for this financial year. And so yes, we will move immediately once we have a source that has a vaccine that is credible based on those approvals. The vaccines differ in prices, and they differ also in levels of effectiveness, according to the experts. I suspect a lot has to do with the technology that is employed to determine on the particular vaccine. Other issues around storage, type of storage, and so on. Right now, we would be anxious to get to our hands on any vaccine that is available that meets the efficacy test. And price, while important, is not as important as accessing the vaccines. So it is not that we want to spend more money for fewer vaccines. It really is a function now of trying to find vaccines that are available that meet the quality standards. And because it is so short, we have to be prepared to be flexible on pricing based on brand price, not necessarily based on price gouging of one particular brand. So yes, we are flexible, but ideally, the more we can get will be the better for us. My estimate, based on what I know of the system, is that initially for the hospital staff, both in the public and private space, you're looking at about 25,000. Beyond that, you have to go to the institutions like infirmaries, where you have persons who are older, not able to exercise all their functions, and those caregivers within those institutions. I don't know what the numbers are on those yet. What I would say though is that the vulnerable population, which includes over 60s with comorbidities, are anywhere between 500 to 600,000. Anyone in the public health system that is exposed to the possibility of COVID virus, whether you're taking people from the ambulance driver, through to the A&E, through to the hospital bed, would be considered frontline. So it's not a automatic doctor order. And indeed, our policemen are considered frontline. Our soldiers, those who are enforcing and come in contact in the field. So yes, they are part of it also. All right?
And they're numbered in that 25,000 that you
Police are not, but public health workers are numbered in that 25,000. It's about 17,000 or so in public health, and if you add the private sector,
okay,
5 or 6, yeah. We are also discussing some other options. So it is possible that we could see some additional amounts coming in, maybe not large amounts, but additional amounts beyond the Indian gift over the next week or possibly just over that period. Because there are one or two other avenues that we're pursuing, including COVAX, as has been stated some time ago.